The guys at Garden Master really make it easy for us to get involved in gardening. And when I came across this little guy, I was super excited. Because if you kind of like got your little toe in the water of gardening, you're not too sure if you want to buy a big mini greenhouse, like the real thing. If you're getting into it, or if you've only got a very small space, then this is something for you. It's a little mini Cell Fibre Propagator. It comes with its tray. It's then got an inner tray, which basically sits on there, a little fiber, which is basically paper mache that's been molded, cardboard that's been molded to form a little 12 cavity planting tray that fits in there. The tray is there, so whether you're wanting to grow microgreens in your kitchen, on your counter, it's not going to mess anything up, or if you're going to have them out and about in the garden. And then, of course, the most important part is the little lid. The lid, of course, creates the mini greenhouse effect. So let's take a look at this little guy. In here, we sowed these about 6 to 8 weeks ago. There's some parsley in here and some basil. Remember, you don't have to sow everything of the same. When you're sowing, sow succession. And that succession means every 2 weeks, you want to sow small batches rather than one big batch at the same time. Or else you're gonna find in your veggie garden, everything's going to ripen at the same time. So let's get going and show you how this little gadget works. So there he is. Let's just deconstruct him a bit. And all I'm gonna do is have the little cavity tray, which is 12. And remember, what we're putting inside it is, of course, the palm peat. The palm peat, remember, is good. It's lightweight, it's friable, it's great for sowing seeds, and also holds a good amount of moisture. And that, of course, is imperative to good seed sowing and germination. Once you've got that nice and level, scrape away the rest, and you can just pop that into your container where your palm peat is. And remember, you don't have to use it all at once. You can just keep it stored in a container, and when you're ready for the next lot of seed sowing, well, there you go, you can just take it. If it is dried out a bit, just spritz it a little with a bit of water, and it will then suck up all the moisture and be reconstituted back to what we're wanting. So there it is, guys. It really doesn't get any more difficult than the next step, which is about sowing. Remember, folks, there are many different ways to sow seed, and I've gone through on a previous clip step by step on how to do it properly. So check out the link in the description below, and you can go to that clip, which will really give you a great overview on seed sowing. But for now, I'm gonna go the old-fashioned method, which is to simply take a few little taps and tap the seed into each cavity. If you are not certain that you are not gonna get that correct, remember, all you need to do is take a bit of the seed, 1 or 2 taps, mix it in with some of the palm peat, distribute the seed evenly into the palm peat, and then take this mixture and add it into each cavity, making sure that you finish everything that you've used in here. This other half, I'm going to be using parsley, and parsley takes a long time to germinate, folks. Remember, each herb, each veg is very different to others, and it's important that you do read the instructions and check out the germination rates. Once we've done that, a simple little covering of some vermiculite. Remember, vermiculite is available in small bags at your local builders. It's a volcanic product that has the ability to absorb and hold water 10 times its own little weight. It's also great for keeping temperatures constant. So the vermiculite on here is almost like a little electric blanket, just keeping these seeds warm and moist. Once we've done that, a little plant label so that you don't forget what they are. Pop it in the side, and then we take it to our little propagator. A good watering is what is needed. You can see the vermiculite immediately changing color and actually starting to absorb this water and swell through. After your first watering of your seeds, I really recommend that you use a mixture of Start Grow and Root Pro. What does that do? Well, it really helps protect your seeds from any bad fungal infections which might happen, plus it gives them a good boost to start germination. 10 days, in other words, after germination, start feeding with multi-grow, because remember, your palm peat is a sterile product, so you're always needing to give food in order to get the reward. If there's a bit of excess water in here, don't stress, folks, because remember, this is a cardboard. So they're simply going to absorb the water, put my little lid on, put it in a well-lit spot that's not going to get direct sun. We just want filtered light. Leave it like that. You don't need to do a thing until it germinates. Once it's germinated, you can then just move it slightly to the side to let a little bit more air in, and then once fully germinated, take the lid off, and then you can slowly start moving it into a brighter light position. Now, this lid has been off this tray for a good few weeks. These guys are now ready to get put into the garden. And what makes it better is the following, because watch how easy it is. Take the little tray out. What you can do is you can literally just tear one of these. See? Tear it like that. And there I have a little parsley plant that can now get planted straight into the garden, because this is biodegradable. Straight into the garden, no transplant shock. And if I only want to plant one this week, I only need to plant one. The rest can then get put back into their little tray, kept well watered, in a good sunlight position, and they're good to go. Well, there you have it, folks. Another way to make seed sowing absolutely easy and, most importantly, successful. Another cool gadget that's available in store or online. Remember, for more cool gardening gadgets, clips, videos, educationals to teach you either DIY or to become a better gardener, visit the blog on the website. Get to Builders and get it done.